Okay, guess what? After all this work, drilling a little hole and then widening it, guess what? This is not tall enough. This goes on, that goes on, but guess what? I still have to go through the thickness of the ornament. So what will I do? Crazy. I have me a cute little Christmas tree from tin with a hole in the middle. What do you think? I couldn't just place this on there, but the hole is really messed up. So if I were to place that and then use the cloth one over it, see how the hole's cleaned up. Plus I wanted that effect. Once again, look at that. That'd be so pretty. The only other option I have is to find something that has a taller hand dial. You know, where the hands still have to go around. And has to be enough left to screw both of the hands on. Now, it won't work. Not with the Dollar Tree, not with this tin added, or the Dollar Tree plaque. Now, it's thin enough, but it's not really thin enough. That's why I kind of like this. It won't break once I drill through it. You know, I decided I could do this. It's going to be funny, but why not make a clock behind this and then just carry the Christmas tree? What do you think? I can drill a hole right here and place the clock right there. I can also add the plaid if I have any left. I don't have a lot left of this design, so that could carry. Or I can do green, kind of like a backwards. See how I have the red flannel and then the green flannel, the green plaid? I can do the green face and then the red tree. What do you think? I don't like the Merry Christmas. This would be covered. But I could do that because this will be up against the wall. We don't need to show the back side. Plus I could have the truck facing this way. Just paint it. But there's no 3D dimension on it like there is in this facing. Will this go through? Is it thick enough? Yeah, it'll go through. Have room for the hands. It'll still cover this up. I could do this. What do you think? I never thought of this, but until I came across my mishap. And that's what happens when you make one thing and one thing only. I don't do a prototype and then upload it and show you. Once I go along, I show you my mistakes. I also could keep the clock mechanism behind the trees here, but nah, you know, people don't like tell time up there. I want to tell time right here. So what do you think? It's not going to be hard to just fix this hole. I can add ornaments on here, garland, it'll hide it. But then again, I won't be able to use these little pots of pans. Then I really liked, oh well, I'll save them. I can make them again for something else, but the main thing is to make sure that this $4 from Walmart's this little clock mechanism that I have used before will go through a hole and then still have room for the hands to move. Alright, let's go to the next idea. And I thank you for following along. If you skim through my videos, you'll wonder why in the heck did I start out with one idea and then end up with a truck idea. Now here's an update. I made the hole big enough, and there's little scorch marks though. I do not know how I'm going to hide that, and if I can hide that when I put the hands on, because it's just barely sticking through. See that? But you have to have room for it to stick through. And this idea is going to work well before. This is going to be the last thing I use. I'm going to now decorate the front of this truck. I'm going to use some corrugated metal ribbon I picked up from factorydirectcraft.com. Once again, you've seen this in my previous videos already. And I was thinking of using some pots for the tires, just for a whimsy look, you know, for the center of it. So somebody's looking at that clock, they could say, oh my god, that's a pot. I might do that. But then again, if I use these pots, I won't be able to make another clock with it as hands because I won't have enough to go around. So I'm not sure. As we proceed in the slideshow, you'll see how and what I use to decorate. And right now, the fabric tack is adhering both of these tin pieces. And then I'm probably going to add some garland for some whimsy effect once again. Okay? Let's continue with the slideshow. Hashtag. Okay, I wanted to pop in once again before I start decorating this truck. Here's another idea for a clock. If you can invest in the little clock mechanism at Walmart's, if you have a Walmart's by you, they're only $4 something. I think $4.90 or something like that. And you see how easy it is to drill holes. Here's another Dollar Tree idea. It's already decorated. Place a hole in the center, and there you go. Add your attachment of the Walmart clock mechanism, and you have yourself a cute little stand-up kitchen clock. Alright, these will only take, let me show you the back of these, one battery. Okay, you can buy the batteries at Dollar Tree, but I recommend getting a really nice Energizer battery if you're going to give it as a gift, so that the person doesn't have to keep switching it up. But I've used these for a lot of projects in the past 2 years that I uploaded my videos to YouTube, and these work well. Just like I said earlier, we have to come across that idea of how high it is for you to get through a piece of wood. Now, that's why I have not drilled a hole through this really nice all-solid Noel's Farm truck from Walmart's. And this, again, is only $4 and some cents. Because this truck is thick. The wood is too thick for this little clock. Alright, so we upcycle from Dollar Tree particle board that reminds us of ceiling fan blades. It reminds me of it because that's about the thickness of it. Yeah, this stuff warps, so it's always good to gloss them. And this is glossed, already kitchen glossed. I put it in my kitchen so that way if it gets dusty I can wipe it down. It's already glossed. See how glossy it is? So it's ready to go to become a clock. Or if you're really crafty, cut a bigger hole and put a timer in the middle. You can buy the little portable timers as long as you have the hole big enough to stick through. It's a timer. And there you go. There's another tip from Miss Jones at Legacy's Little Luxuries Arts and Crafts YouTube. Find me on Facebook. If you'd like to message me and speak with me, you feel free to do it. I'll get to the message as soon as I can. But there you go. Another idea, and it's already standing up. It's already decorated. How cool would that be? There is another one out called Laundry at Dollar Tree. It has a laundry background. That's in my basement by my laundry. Make a clock out of it. Gosh, you can do so many things with Dollar Tree. Come on, start at Dollar Tree or your thrift store first before you start buying other craft products from the high-priced stores, regardless if you have a coupon or not. I know it's $6.99 for all this fabric that I purchased from Joann's because I had a coupon. However, you know, I am very frugal and using like the same 3 colors that I've already cut into. I haven't even dug into the rest of my fat quarters that I received from that bundle in my haul that I described on a YouTube video. I am just using stuff I've already cut. Okay? And like I said, this corrugated metal, this was $6.99. I looked back on Factory Direct again. It's $6.99 a roll. But look how long this is. I think it's like 15 feet. And using it for projects like this is going to go a long way. So this is a good investment for when you want to add metal. Okay? Easy to cut. Easy to manipulate. And that's what I'm going to use for this truck. But there you go. Once again, pick up some of these from Dollar Tree. Hashtag so far so good. Now let's continue. As you've seen, I added a hammer to weigh down the corrugated metal ribbon, and I use fabric tack again. I did not use hot glue in this project, it's all fabric tack. And I added the lids to the pots with fabric tack. I have to wait for it to bond before I attach it to the wheels. It's going to give a whimsy look, I think, something different. I was going to place corrugated metal around the truck wheels, but I decided not to. And I added the Dollar Tree garland. I just wrapped the tree so you can remove it. It's not glued if you want to add something else or the person wants to add something else. And it's golden because I think that's what the hands of the clock is gold color. Let me check. I want to reflect. Yeah. So a little bit of gold here and a little bit of gold there. It'll all blend in. If it was silver hands, then I would add silver garland. I was going to add multicolor garland that looked like light bulbs, but I did not use that. So, guess what? After all that work cutting out that tin tree, there you go. Always find something to do. Now it's just playing the waiting game. I'm waiting for everything to adhere. And then I'm going to figure out if I need to cover up that circle where the burn mark is. And if I use a piece of tin or something, I'm not sure. Because I don't know how it will look. And that would be my last step anyways, is adding the clock hands and stuff. Now I think once everything is adhered, you know, the pots, the metal, I'm going to spray coat Mod Podge. Alrighty? Like I did when I talked earlier, I added a gloss so that a person can wipe this down, keep the dust off. Yeah, I have to add the spray gloss. Let me see if I have it in front of me or on the side of me. And I do. Here it is. I use Mod Podge Clear Acrylic Sealer. Okay? And I'll have to spray this down a couple times. And then it has to dry in between each spray. So yeah, this is going to be a long day waiting for all this. I might just have to wait until tomorrow to add the clock attachment. We'll see. But thanks for sticking around. This is fun. Okay, welcome back. Going to show a live demonstration on how to use this Walmart's made by Plaid, and it's called a clock movement kit. Okay, it does come with a little screw, a little washer, and then a rubber washer. Okay, your 12 o'clock is always this way. This is your little guideline. Okay, also this is where you can attach your clock on the wall with a long nail. Alright, this is going to go in the back. Alright, make sure this is at 12 o'clock. Looks like this. Alright, I'm going to lay it flat so I can work with this a little easier. Now, remove this, and with the rubber washer, place it on there. Now, place it back in the hole. Okay, like that. Making sure 12 o'clock is at the top. I'll try to get you in the picture here. Okay. Now, we have that little tiny brass washer. Place that on. This might be able to cover up some of that burn mark. Not quite, but it will. And then use the little screw to screw this on. Alright, take your time on it. This is a small little piece. Once you feel it grab on, tighten it. You can pick it up, tighten it this way if you'd like. You want it tight so that when a person's removing the battery, they don't move this piece around. Okay? Here we go. Right out of you have your minute hand, your second hand, and your hour hand. Place the hour hand on first. Slide it right on. There you go. Your next second hand, it's the longest one. Place that next. And you can also screw it down a little bit. It'll catch on to the little grooves on this white plastic piece that's sticking through. Last but not least, use your tiny little second hand, and that's supposed to just slide right in. You hear it? Grab it on. Alright, make sure all your pieces are out of the way. Make sure that hand's on. This one's the hardest part. There, I pushed it down in. Okay, so it looks like this. And add your battery. I'm using a Ever-Ready Energizer, AAA. Oops, I have it screwed not tight enough. Figures. Oops, goes this way. It's okay, I can adjust it in a second. You hear it? It's working. Now let's flip it around to see if it's moving. Yep. That's how you place this cute little clock mechanism on your Dollar Tree upcycle. Now I will adjust this so it's a little bit tighter, and I'm finished. What do you think? Please subscribe. This has been an adventure on this project, hasn't it? And we'll see you next time. Bye. Bless. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 1:56 p.m.
There we go. There's just a nail on the wall. This is a very light piece, and I hooked it right on to the back of the clock, to the wall. Excellent. And their geyser battery should last quite a while. There we go. Subscribe. Bye. Bless. Hey Siri. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How can I help?
I don't need your help, thanks.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Bye.